Hey guys, what is up? Phoenix here, and today we're jumping back into Tarkov. And we're going to be taking a look at one of the newer features that has been added with 0.12, and something that's been kind of long awaited and is one of my favorite features. We'll preface this with saying that whilst it is one of my favorite features, it doesn't really work. But regardless, I'll explain my experiences with it and how it should work. And if you haven't figured out by the title and really anything else, I'm talking about weapon presets. So weapon presets do have a prerequisite. You need to have the workbench up to level 1. Pretty simple, 5 nuts, 5 bolts, and a multi-tool. Find them in raid, get them through the flea market, doesn't really matter. And construction's instant, so as soon as you have those, you build the workbench, you can then access weapon presets. So, there are two ways you can access them, either through your stash, by going in here, edit preset, or through the option down the bottom. Now, if we go off the assumption that you may not necessarily have the preset that you want to build, then that's relatively easy. So let's jump in here. And it kind of opens you up, not really, because this wasn't, but one of the last things that you work on. Again, it's a bit iffy. But if we jump in and have a look at this AK, pretty easy. Take everything apart. You can add a lot of shit to it. This doesn't require you to actually have these parts in your stash. For example, I don't have any of those. But, it allows you to customize and figure out what it is you want. So we go there, chuck on this, chuck on that, have a bit of a play around and see what it is that you like and see if there's anything that you want to chuck on there. Now, I will kind of show off something that I've remade. This is a loadout that I've run in the past and is something that I enjoy. So I've got an AK-103 over here, and we've got this. So this is a loadout that I've run a couple of times today and I like it. It's a good loadout. It does what I need it to do, and it's good for longer and mid-range engagements. So say I died, which I did, and I lost this, which I have, and I want another one. Previously, you'd have to go in and kind of get all these parts together and, find them all yourselves. Thankfully, due to weapon presets, you can just go find parts, and it takes you to the flea market and dealers, and it searches all dealers you've unlocked and the levels that you've unlocked with them, and the flea market for the parts that you may want. Awesome. Go down, hit purchase all, click OK. That's the error I've been getting every single time. And that is occurring because what's happening is it's giving me, options in the flea market that are either sold out or they're not available yet. And because of that, I just can't buy things. So my way of getting around that, or not the best, is going through and individually purchasing each of these and then finding whatever I'm missing. For example, the B10 grip, the AFG grip, and this magazine, and then just manually purchasing them afterwards through the flea market. It's not ideal in any sense of the word. It's actually really bloody annoying, but it's just the way that I have to work. It just won't work otherwise for me. Whether that's something I'm doing wrong, maybe, or just an issue with the flea market itself and the whole weapon preset setup, maybe. I've seen other people get it to work without issue, so fuck if I know. I think once you unlock all of the traders, because it searches the traders as well, you'll have less issues, but being relatively low level, and most of this is relying on the flea market, it kind of screws me. So that may just be because I'm low level, but nevertheless, the other thing that you can do is say you already have a reflex sight. Untick, it won't buy that. So if you already have some of the components, you can untick them and it won't buy those. Nevertheless, I don't actually think I need to buy anything because I can go down here, open it back up, and jump in here. I can go assemble. It should allow me. Bollocks. But because of that, I need to move this down. Should be able to jump in, and we'll try it again. Open. Find the thing. Open. Assemble. Build. Now, the other thing you can do, which is nice, is if you are only missing one or two things, just click assemble. It'll give you a nice error message saying, you're missing X, Y, Z. And then you can actually kind of go through the find parts process, but only for that specific part that you're missing. It's just nice, and it kind of saves you a bit of time. So we've got this now. Fantastic. It's been assembled. If we go over here, it's done it again. The other thing I've noticed that doesn't really work all the time is it doesn't seem to like multi-site builds. What I mean by that is I have this, fast fire base and the Spectre. It seems to just put the fast fire on the main rail rather than on my backup rail. But that's not too big of a hassle. You just jump in, swap them around, and it's, you know, a couple extra seconds. So it's an awesome system. It's baller. I love it. It does save a lot of time, even broken as hell. It still saves a reasonable amount of time. And it's just overall awesome. So that's kind of a quick little introduction into how to use it. Highly recommend you build that workbench and play around with it yourselves, because it is absolutely awesome. It's one of my favorite features in this new update. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found something useful. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe button. If you have any questions, queries, doubt or points, chuck them in the comments down below. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.